Hey you guys, what's up? Divine Chakras here, welcome back. So I'm in the comfort of my bed because I did not feel like setting up my recording station today. So I am going to be discussing with you guys today grounding. We are working on the root chakra, and let me see if I can put this phone down here. There we go. Okay. Perfect. I love it. Okay. So, let's talk about grounding and let's talk about acceptance and grounding. Okay. So let's first talk about, acceptance through, no. First, I want to talk about what the definition of acceptance is, okay? All right. So, acceptance is a person's assent to the reality of a situation, recognizing a process or condition, often negative or uncomfortable, with not attempting to change it, okay? So, us accepting ourselves as who we are, all right, means that we accept the good things and we accept the bad things without wanting to change it, okay? That is acceptance. So remember, acceptance and root chakra, okay? So I pulled a few acceptance quotes that I want to read to you guys. All right. So the first one is, time does not heal everything, but acceptance will heal everything. You know how we all say that time heals all wounds? Accepting will actually heal the wounds better than time. Trust me. The first step towards change is awareness. The second is acceptance. Okay? So what does acceptance mean to you? All right? Won't you take a moment to think about that? What does acceptance mean to you? What does acceptance mean to you in correlation to grounding yourself? All right. So we talked about grounding on my last video. All right. We talked about what grounding is. We talked about what people do when they're not grounded. Right. Okay. So let's take that a step further and let's apply accepting and actualization and realization of self, who you are, what you are, where you are now in your life, where you have come from, where you're going. Okay, so acceptance gives comfort, all right, support, peace through self-acceptance. We understand, all right, our energetic anatomy, all right. So basically we understand who we are as divine beings, and we also understand the energy that surrounds us and the energy that is within us, okay? Accepting you for your authentic self, okay, is your greatest form of protection. And it is also the highest form of your actualization. When we learn to accept ourselves and our shit, okay, who we are, as I said, who we are, what we are, and where we come from, all right, we heal our past struggles. We heal our downfalls. We even heal the mistakes that we've made in life. Okay? We can even heal our karma through acceptance. Not necessarily your karmic debts or your karmic contracts, because those are sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered, but more of the karma that you have gained through your flesh, through your flesh living, through your bodily living. You can clear your karma through acceptance. Okay, that's one portion of it. Okay, and I want to say that you can fully change, or you can fully change your karma through acceptance, but it is one of the steps towards healing your karma. Accept and forgive yourself today, tomorrow, and forever. Okay, so we have to not only accept what we've done, but we have to accept where we are now, and we have to accept the visions and where we are going for the future as well. Okay. Okay. So when you don't accept and you don't ground yourself, right? You tend to take on other people's problems. You tend to take on other people's issues. You tend to open yourself to allow other energies to come in and be the acceptance for you. Okay. And what happens when you do that is that you leave your body open for other energies to come in, whether they are negative, whether they are not energy, whether they are negative or whether they are energies that don't resonate with you. You basically leave yourself open. And what happens is that's when we take on other people's shit. We take on sicknesses, we take on cancers, we take on anything that will break down our flesh, that will break down our costume, as I was talking about in my live today. We literally leave ourselves open for sicknesses. And basically, like we just said, your acceptance is your protection. Literally, when you accept things within you, you fill yourself up with energy that is going to protect you from what other people feel like they can put into you. Okay. And we're going to get into that in a second. So with that being said, you have to learn how to clear yourself of other people's baggage and other people's energetic magnetic fields. Okay. And it doesn't mean that you have to like close yourself off to people. It doesn't mean that you have to like disconnect yourself from society, but it could mean that there are some people in your life that are toxic and you need to get rid of people that no longer serve you. But it also means that you need to accept the fact that you are allowing other people, okay, to give you energy that is not for you. And you need to accept and learn how to clear yourself of that energy. Okay. So fight off other people's BS, right? Clear yourself of that BS and then fill yourself back up with the acceptance energy, with the energy of acceptance. Okay. So how do we, okay, put it like this. What things make us not accept ourselves for who we are? Okay. Number one, social media, especially for my ladies. Okay. We literally see women on social media that have these perfect bodies, that have this perfect hair, that have this perfect everything. And we want that perfect body. Okay. We can't accept ourselves for who we are. Right. So we go out and we go get butt lifts. We go out and we go get injections. We get surgery to make our breasts bigger. We get hair we get weave to make our hair longer. When in all actuality, if you really look at it, you're not accepting yourself for who you are, for what the Creator has made for you. You have not accepted that. So therefore, you are taking on the thought processes of social media and you are not protecting your energy. So therefore, now you are getting so sick from trying to keep up with what society says is acceptable when you're not actually infusing yourself with self-acceptance. It's just that simple. Okay. So social media, number one, even for my men, for my guys. Okay. Y'all sitting up here, you're watching sports. You know what I mean? You're looking at these guys who are built differently than you. You know what I mean? You're looking at these guys that got all these clothes and they look this certain type of way. They got the jewelry, the cars, the houses, the women, and you're not accepting your life for what it is because this is the life that was given to you, right? So you have to accept it and make this life your own. Okay. You have to attract what you want to in your life, right? The law of attraction. We can add this in here as well. But if you are continuing to allow other people's expectations to guide your life and you continue to live an outer body experience through not accepting, you aren't grounding yourself. You are allowing yourself to go off into the distance. You are allowing yourself to live outside of your body, live out of who you are as a divine being, when in all actuality, you are not your body. Okay? Your body is not you. You are just a spirit within the vessel, okay, that is walking this earth in order to live within this matrix. That is all your body is. So to hell with what people think or what they expect of you, you must accept yourself and ground yourself in knowing that you are you. You are a beautiful you. You are the best you. You are the only you. You are the unique you. That is why I say affirmations to affirm to yourself and accept who you are, whether that's good, whether that's bad, whether that's ugly. Accept your shit, and then you'll be able to start to heal. It's literally, accepting is literally the groundwork, grounding, the root chakra. The root to everything is acceptance. Okay? Listening to others' opinion about you. Our friends, always the friends that aren't your true friends, okay? These are friends that aren't your true friends. They're always telling you what you should do, what job you should do. Oh, you shouldn't do this. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Listening to what other people's expectations are for you is not accepting yourself for what you are and who you are. It's okay to get opinions, and it's okay to hear what other people have to say, but you have to accept at the end of the day that your decision is your decision. And looking for other people's opinions means that you're not grounded. It means that you are not rooted in your beliefs. You are not rooted in your truths. You are not accepting what you are becoming and what you can become. Fighting your inner self realizations. Going back and forth within yourself. Trying to say, oh, I don't know. The reason why I like MAC makeup is because everyone else does. When in all actuality, you might really like Clinique makeup, but you feel so, I don't know. You feel like because people don't accept Clinique makeup as like the trendy makeup brand, that you want to go along with what everyone else says, when in all actuality, you need to accept the fact that you like Clinique makeup and that there's nothing wrong with it. And that is just who you are. You are a Clinique makeup girl. I'm just putting this into a metaphoric way for you to understand what I'm trying to tell you, because what everyone else thinks or what everyone else says is not the end all be all. Okay. Going along with the Joneses of society, going along with what society thinks is this, is not accepting what you are and your beliefs. And I'm going to take it back to the whole weave situation. Okay. With the whole weave situation, when ladies, you say it's a protective style, it's not a protective style. You don't need to protect your hair. Okay. You need to wear your hair as it naturally is and accept that is the way your hair is. That's part of self-acceptance. And whether you believe it or not, it is subconscious. You are burying that self-actualization deep inside of you. Why? Because society makes it seem like straight, beautiful flowing hair is acceptable. Our natural hair is not acceptable, when in all actuality, it is. And we have to teach that to our little girls. It starts so young. Acceptance starts young. Okay. We literally are implanted with not accepting ourselves from the root, from the beginning, from birth. Okay. They teach us not to accept ourselves as who we are, but what society wants us to be. We haven't been grounded from the get-go. And that's why grounding is so hard for us to do, because we're constantly fighting against our inner selves to go along with what everyone else says that we should be doing. It's time to stand up for yourself. It's time to become aware. It's time to accept, okay? Drugs and alcohol. Drugs and alcohol, okay, y'all? Whew. People who don't accept themselves, that don't want to accept their lives. People who don't want to accept their lives. People who don't want to accept their situations. People that don't want to accept the situations that they've allowed themselves to be engulfed with. They usually turn to drugs because the drugs and the alcohol take them outside of their body. And we talked about this in the last video. A lot of people who aren't grounded do drugs and alcohol. It is a form of them being able to have an outer body experience because they don't want to be in their bodies. They don't want to accept who they are. They don't want to do the work to have self-actualization, self-acceptance, self-love. Okay? That is another form of allowing yourself to not accept the situations that are handed to you. You don't want to face yourself. The hardest person to face is yourself. Accepting who you are is probably one of the hardest things that people have to deal with in this spiritual ascension, in this higher self ascension. Okay? So now it's time to figure out how can we accept ourselves, right? Shalom. You've given me this information on acceptance. How do I accept myself? Number one, shadow work. Shadow work. Shadow work. Shadow work. You got to do the work. You have to do the work. Write it down. Tape yourself. Record yourself. Shadow work. Shadow work is number one. Number two, self-love. Okay? Affirmations. Okay? Affirmations and self-love. Number three, mirror work. Okay? Looking in the mirror and telling yourself, I love you. I love you. You are the best. You're amazing. You're creative. You're smart. You're intelligent. I forgive you. Okay? Forgiving yourself. Mirror work. Okay? And with the mirror work, y'all have to remember, mirrors are portals. So anytime you're doing this self work, you have to protect yourself. Okay? So remember, with that mirror work, you have to really, even with the shadow work, you have to make sure you're protecting yourself. Okay? Looking deep into yourself and asking yourself, why don't you accept certain things? You have to find the root cause of why you don't accept. Okay? If you can't accept your body for what it is, then why? Why can't you accept your body? Is it because you feel like society says that skinnier people look better? Is it because society says that a bigger booty looks better than a flat booty? Like, what is it? What is it? Is the reason why you don't accept yourself is because of what someone else said? Or is it because of what was taught to you? Or is it because of what you have created within yourself? So do it. And that's part of shadow work too. But that's also part of looking deep within yourself. Okay? Disconnect from society. Ooh, that's a big one. Disconnect from society. Disconnecting from society to take some time to truly understand who you are, what you are, why you're here, where you've come from, and where you're going. Sometimes we have to disconnect. Sometimes we have to take ourselves out of the situation in order to just be by ourselves, in order to just detox from society's norms, society's expectations, society's matrix-filled poison. Sometimes we have to disconnect ourselves and say, you know what? No more social media, no more friends, no more TV, just me. And really loving on yourself, getting back to yourself, self-love, eating better, working out, going to get that pedicure that you've been wanting to get, going to get your nails done, you know, getting yourself a makeover, maybe making yourself feel good. Not because someone else said it, not because someone else wants you to do it, but because of what you want for yourself. Okay? Self-acceptance. Accept yourself. When you accept yourself, you protect yourself. Okay? Acceptance equals protection. Acceptance plus protection equals healing. I'm going to end the video here. It's been 20 minutes. I hope that you guys have found something positive within this message. But it is very important to accept. You have to accept. Accept who you are. Write affirmations that say, I accept this. I accept that. I accept this. I accept that. If you have problems with self-acceptance, then it's time to look deep within yourself. It's time to do a little bit more shadow work and to really find out the root cause as to why you don't accept. Okay? Namaste. We are still working on that root chakra. We're still working on grounding. Every day, y'all. Every day. It's got to be done. You got to do the work. All right? I love you guys so much. Namaste. I respect your spirit. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.